Let's say you sell customer support software and that your outbound qualification process is manual. Maybe you're going to the website of your accounts, seeing if they have a chat interface, looking up who their provider is. Maybe you're looking for a publicly available phone number to see if there's a call center that this company has. Maybe you're looking at customer support sentiment online, and then you're using all of these things to draft manual messaging across hundreds of accounts in your territory. Well, I have some good news for you, which is that you can completely automate this process with an AI agent in literally 5 minutes. Welcome to Outbound Plays, where in each video, I show you one creative outbound idea and how to automate it from start to finish. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build your own custom AI agent to qualify your accounts for whether there is customer support pain and then action on the qualified accounts by messaging them automatically. Let's get into it. The platform we're going to be using for this entire play is Unify. Unify is an all-in-one outbound automation platform for go-to-market teams, and this is where we're going to define our agent, have that agent run across all the accounts in our territory, prospect automatically, and send our ICP custom sequences. Let's pop open the hood and set this up. The first thing we're going to do is define our AI agent. I did this already, and I called this agent, "Does the company have customer support pain?" I like to give my agents questions as titles because when I use them in my workflows, it's a lot easier to know what the agent is doing. We're going to run this on a company record type. Let's just say the questions for our example are basically what we end up doing as humans to qualify an account. The first question is this a B2C company? We want this response to return true or false. And then we want to see, does this company have a publicly available customer support phone number? Having one can indicate that they have a call center that could cost them millions of dollars, and we might be able to have a better solution for that. So we want this to return true or false. The agent's actually going to search the web for this number, so we can quickly check its logic to see if it's true. And another qualification criteria we might want to add on is there negative customer service sentiment about this company online? Because then we can use that incident to craft custom messaging. We can add more questions here as needed, looking for things like help centers and whatnot, but this gives you a taste of what kinds of open-ended questions an AI agent can answer for you and save you a lot of time. Let's test this agent out. I ran a test on a company that I would love to sell customer support improvements, American Airlines, and we can see here how the agent is thinking, what it's searching and finding on the web, what it ultimately concludes. If you scroll down, you can see that it responded true to whether this was a B2C company, true to the publicly available phone number, and true to negative customer service sentiment about the company online. If at any point you wanted to see how it was thinking, you could actually expand the reflections here and you can see what it found and why it concluded that. Likewise, I ran this on Ally and it responded true to all three as well. So this gives us some reason to reach out. Great. Now that we've defined our agent, the second thing we're going to do is define our personas. Let's say that we sell to CTOs and to customer support leaders. When you define a persona in Unify, you specify what job titles to include and what to exclude, and then you can use those personas in your plays or your workflow automations moving forward. Let's go ahead and create our play. When we create a play, this drops us into a blank canvas, which lets us define a workflow automation or a series of steps that we want to run whenever a trigger is fired. And in this case, I want this trigger to fire whenever a company enters my territory. The first thing I want this agent to do is start to qualify the accounts in my territory with the questions that we just wrote. So now we want to specify that if the company is B2C, we want this to be qualified. If we have a publicly available phone number, we want it to be qualified. And if there is negative customer service sentiment, we want this to be qualified. Now this agent is going to qualify the accounts in my territory for me, as you just saw in the previous example. And for the accounts that are qualified, I will want to prospect into them automatically. The prospecting node lets me specify the number of people per account that I prospect, and it lets me specify what persona I want to prospect. Let's do CTO and customer support leaders. Let's also specify that these folks need to be based out of the United States. Now this block is going to run without me having to manually prospect at all. Finally, let's drag and drop a loop block to go through all the people that it prospects and then to route them into the right sequence depending on persona. We have our CTO persona and we want them to go to our head of engineering sequence. And let's say we have our customer support leaders persona and we want them to go to our customer support leader sequence. Last but not least, let's run this play every 30 days and save. And just like that, we've defined an AI agent to qualify companies in our territory based on whether they have CX pain. We've prospected for our ICP at those companies automatically and routed them in the right sequence depending on their job title. I hope this video was helpful and that you can see how much time you could be saving by automating your outbound with Unify. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stick around for the next AI agent video or outbound play. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video.